What's up, Mavericks? Are you ready to manage your payroll more successfully? Stay on top of small business payroll management and payroll compliance with these 9 payroll best practices. Let's dive right in. First things first, when it comes to payroll best practices is making sure your employees are classified correctly. Employee classification may seem like a no-brainer, but there are some serious ramifications if you have 1099 contractors who should actually be W-2 employees and vice versa. Not sure if your employees should be 1099 contractors or full-fledged W-2 employees. The main difference is going to depend on the length of service and what type of work is performed. We have an in-depth article on the exact differences between 1099 and W-2 employees for a more detailed breakdown. We'll put a link to it in the description below. Misclassifying employees can lead to IRS penalties, incorrect payroll tax filings, and even potential employee lawsuits. So getting this one right is a must. The second best practice for payroll is to create and stick to a payroll budget. Payroll will likely be one of the biggest expenses your business faces, so having the cash flow needed to pay your workers is a must. A good budget can help you know exactly where your money's going and how to budget for all of your payroll expenditures. The good news is that accounting software can help with the budgeting process, and the even better news is that payroll expenses are widely tax deductible, which will help your business's tax return come tax season. The third best practice is to keep track of payroll deadlines. Meeting payroll deadlines is important for avoiding IRS penalties and keeping employees happy, since many payroll benefits have specific deadlines as well. As a business owner, it's your job to make sure these deadlines are met. Even if you use payroll software, you need to make sure your software company is on top of those deadlines, because you're still responsible for any late payments. So set a reminder on your phone, jot down the dates in your planner, or create a Google event, whatever you need to do to help you remember these important dates. Along the same line, you should also set reminders for your payroll schedule. Most payroll software has a deadline for pay periods to be processed so banks can send employee paychecks out on time. Your employees are counting on you, so don't forget this important and best payroll practice. Next, score some points with your employees by offering direct deposit. Direct deposit payments are easier for employees and often are processed more quickly. Plus, you won't have to waste paper or worry by printing out or mailing checks. Saving money on checks and making employees happier, it's a win-win. It's also an important standard practice for modern businesses. Direct deposit is available with nearly all payroll software, and most employees expect a direct deposit option for payment. Ready for the next tip? Here's another one that will help both you and your employees. It's a best payroll practice to have an HR handbook. An HR handbook will make it clear to your employees exactly what they should expect when it comes to pay schedules, working hour expectations, benefits, and more. As a business owner, you can use an up-to-date HR handbook as a good source of truth for setting employee expectations and communicating processes effectively. Next up, keep all your payroll records organized. As the business owner, you may be required to call upon certain payroll records, including pay stubs, offer letters, timesheets, retirement, income statements, etc. Figure out a good way to collect, store, and record your business's payroll records before you need them to make your life easier. Which brings us to our next payroll best practice, security. Prioritizing payroll security is a must, especially when it comes to storing payroll records. Even though it's often overlooked, a good cloud-based security storage solution is a must for a successful small business. Many payroll software options have built-in cloud storage, but you can always opt for a standalone option, especially if you want to store non-payroll business records securely as well. Ready for the end of all payroll best practices? Use payroll software. Payroll software can help you with every tip that we've mentioned. With payroll software, you can automate payroll processes and calculations and make sure that your business is completely payroll compliant. You'll also often get access to helpful features like payroll reporting, onboarding support, HR, and even benefits administration help. We have curated lists for the overall best small business payroll software and for the cheapest payroll software, so check them out if you don't have payroll software yet. I'll link them in the description below. We hope that these 9 payroll best practices make you feel even more confident about managing payroll. At Merchant Maverick, we're all about small business made easy, and hope that this video did just that. If you enjoyed our information and found it helpful, please show us some love by clicking the like button and subscribing to our channel. If you have any questions or comments, please drop them below. We're always here to help. Thanks again for watching, Mavericks, and we'll see you next time.